Tom Tierney and Joel Fleishman are here. They are both passionate about philanthropy. Each has been a consultant and counselor to some of the world's largest foundations. Tierney and Fleishman have combined their experiences and knowledge in their book, Give Smart. It is a how-to guide with practical advice for effective philanthropy.
The key really is asking yourself what it is you're trying to achieve, what your values are. Can you see what it is at the end of the road that the money is being done with the money that you're getting? That if you don't ask yourself those questions, you lose many opportunities to be sure about what you're trying to do.
Greetings. You've reached Joel Fleishman's Sylvan Retreat in the southern part of heaven known as Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I'm not here to take your call, and I regret that. And if you cannot tolerate listening to this message again, you can press the pound key and go directly to the beep. Otherwise, you should know that I'm probably out fast walking in the neighborhood, reading, playing the piano, working at the computer, praying, or sleeping, or maybe even tasting fine wine. You can try my office at Duke at 919-613-7376 and leave a message with Pam Ladd or Suzanne P. Meanwhile, I pray all of God's blessings on you. Have a great day. All the best.
Start is this. Da, Baruch Hu et Hashem HaMevorah. I started doing it because the history of this is that Mr. Goldberg was really the principal chazan at Beth Israel for many years when I was growing up. And he had a wonderful voice, he knew the liturgy, and he led the services pretty much by himself until he began to get ill. And he then began doing Musaf on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, as well as Ma'ariv. And then my father began doing Shacharit with him in his later years. He died on Yom Kippur, I want to say sometime about 1953 or 1954, something like that. And so my father then took over doing Musaf and asked me if I would be willing to do Shacharit. And so for the next approximately 15 years or so, until my father died in 1970, he did the Musaf and I did the Shacharit. When he died in 1970, the congregation asked me if I would take over. And so I've been doing it the whole thing ever since. So that's now 40 years since I've been doing it.
Hello to everyone there at Beth Israel. I'm so sorry I can't be with you this Saturday night to celebrate Joel. I really want to be there very much, and the reason I'm not is that tonight is the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington. You can go watch it on C-SPAN when you get home. But for the fact that I've got a bunch of clients who are in town for this, I would have broken away so I could be there. Now, the truth is, this will be the 27th White House Correspondents' Dinner that I've gone to since 1987. I've been to every one. And when I think about that dinner and the first time I went, I actually think about Joel, because my guest that night was Senator Terry Sanford. And I was also at the table of the magazine I worked for. That was the first year I was there with them, which was U.S. News and World Report. So except for the fact that Joel is my friend, I wouldn't have had Terry Sanford at my table. And I wouldn't have been at U.S. News and World Report either, where I worked for 7 years when I first moved to Washington, because it was Joel who introduced me to David Gergen and promoted me for the job there, and David hired me. And really that led on to many, many other things. What that makes me realize, which I've realized all along, is that Joel really is the mentor of my life. Every great opportunity that I've known in my career, one way or the other, has led back to Joel and his confidence and faith in me and his support for me. And it just has meant a great, great deal to me over the years in so many ways that I can't even tell him how much it's meant. But the other thing that I've come to realize in recent years is that I don't just look up to Joel, which I've done nearly my whole life, from those days when we were all in junior congregation there at the synagogue, and Joel would be there, whether it was on the high holidays or other random Saturdays when he was in town. But it's more than just looking up to him. Joel really is my friend, my very, very dear friend. And I know that he's there for me to support me, and I hope he knows that I feel the same way about him. It doesn't matter where I go in the world, whomever I meet, wherever I am, when I mention the name Joel Fleishman, people light up because they know Joel. Now, I always tell them Joel and I are from the same hometown, from the same home synagogue, and I even say sometimes we're almost cousins, just like that. And then I say, can't you tell we have the same hairline? And so they get it. But the truth is, Joel, you are my friend. We love you dearly. For Nancy Bard, my wife, for our two sons, Nick and Adam, all of whom have come to be dear friends with Joel, I just want to say congratulations to you. Thank you for your many, many years of service to the synagogue and to all of us. And I'm looking forward to many more years of being your friend and being with you and being able to enjoy you. Thanks again to everyone.
And Joel, from your mentorship, I've gotten voice lessons in Durham. I've become a Jewish professional at a philanthropic foundation in San Francisco. And now, most currently, for the last 2 years, I've been invited to be the Shliach Zibor and cantor at Beth Israel Congregation in Fayetteville. I can't hope to fill your shoes, nor can anyone, but I can hope to make you proud that the legacy that you've set forth before us is being carried on. Alana and I send our love and wish you Mazel Tov on 56 years of meritorious service to Beth Israel Congregation.
Joel, you're simply incredible. You're so much more than just the strong handshake as a kid that I fought back against and finally brought you to submission. I know that it was always a fun game for us as kids. But you have meant the world to me as far as leadership in the Jewish world. I've gotten involved as a board member of the Anti-Defamation League and national cabinet member of Jewish federations as a result of your leadership, as well as my parents and grandparents. But you've introduced me to so many opportunities that I actually never even knew existed. And you broadened my horizons as far as what I could achieve in life. And for that reason, you are one of the most important mentors and leaders in my life, and I thank you for that.